From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. Here's the former Seminole. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Another run here with Benson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. On 1st down, it's Benson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. They go play action with Willis. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Quentin Johnston with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. And they'll begin by running the option. They'll start on the ground with Wright. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Milton. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now a first carry for their fullback. Well, that run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a...
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. The Bengals at 10-1 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Quentin Johnston with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Let's go now.
Elliott running right. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Throwing is Milton. That's to the rookie from South Carolina, Xavier Ligon. From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 5. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And bulldozing his way through. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ezekiel Elliott with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Flush to his right. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Willis looking to throw it. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Back to throw, Willis. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, here's Willis. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Michael Pittman, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw is Milton. That is caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 2nd down and 3. Here's Milton now to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They run the option here on 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Now Milton. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Milton. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A.J. Brown halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. Here's Willis. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Back to throw, Willis. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Willis. Being chased out left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he stopped immediately there. 3rd and 3.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
In motion right is Johnston. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Milton. Open man downfield is Hill. And all the way down to the 29. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team
fighting through, and he's got space. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Here we go. Here we go. Hut, hut.
Willis looks to pass it here.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. DeForest Buckner picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Here is third and quite a ways.
Let's go now. Buffalo 18. Check go.
Now Willis.
Got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Come on. Set. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Now Willis to throw.
Forced out to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
To throw, here's Willis.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Willis out of the gun.
Dancing to his left.
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free.
And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
So potentially a big turnaround brewing to begin this third quarter as this defense forces a much-needed turnover.
Yeah, this is a team starting to work in concert now, right? They went out and got a touchdown to start the second half, and now they get the football right back.
133 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. 2nd and a couple.
Back to throw. Milton buying time to his left.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front are a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
2nd and 6. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taysom Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have got it back to within a score. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Throwing on 2nd and long. Willis. Now a short one to Gesicki. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Up the middle, here's Elliott.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Milton.
Wright's got it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jonnu Smith from 13 yards out.
And the Steelers have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into.
And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Oh, and the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready up.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Now Willis to throw. And connecting here with Pittman on the out route.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Come on, set.
In motion, the tight end.
Willis. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Chop 60, chop 60. Dragon 60. Check out.
Willis.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Again, it's Willis to throw it.
Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Willis will look to throw it.
This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
So a big play coming up for the Bengals as they'll indeed go for 2.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Willis will try and throw for this.
And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Zeke going to get it on the option.
And different running back, same result as they stop him behind the line. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Milton now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. Now Milton. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Again from the 15, 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Take go.
Inside give to Elliott. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
156 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down. Milton. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent game.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A give up the middle with Benson. And he will have a Bengals first down. And it's celebration time on that sideline. And they've earned it.
It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
On first down, right back to Benson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Cincinnati, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas